Hi everyone, it's your boy Zach, and this is my review of Daredevil, Cold Day in Hell, issue 3, which is the final issue. 3-issue miniseries are, well, it's kind of funny. They're odd, but they shouldn't be, because you have 3-act structure for storytelling. But I would guess that this was mainly to accommodate Steve McNiven not being the fastest of artists, even though he has quite a different style here. So this is essentially Old Man Murdock, which I know those are kind of popular. To me, they're always a little bit silly because it's usually a young person or a relatively young person's idea of being old. So, but then it's just essentially a healthy guy with a lot of wrinkles. Like if you watch like Logan, you know, he's playing like old and decrepit, but he still has like these super broad shoulders and all the muscle mass. So it's basically just a wrinkly 35-year-old man, which is basically what we're seeing right here. But this one was actually really good. So I don't believe these books have come out on a monthly basis, and I think there was more of a wait for this 3rd issue. But it's probably been one of my favorite Marvel comics over the last few years. And this one gets really meta, like really, really. It gets meta to the point where I'm wondering if it was meta from the beginning, or if Charles Soule was, you know, writing the dialogue, and it's like, oh, this is kind of meta, isn't it? So it's there's actually some references to Daredevil 146, where it's live from New York. It's Daredevil's death, brought to you in glorious living color by Bullseye. So it's, again, these old man whatever books, they tend to be, it's never just like this person just going to the doctor. It's always like their last stand, and all their villains come back, and all their villains also look like really wrinkly 35-year-olds. Well, they're going for like the skinniness of old age, but it's, again, that's not an old man's skull. That's a 35-year-old man's skull, just with a bunch of stuff on it. So even to this point where they release, or Bullseye releases Frank, and you know he's doing it, well, he's doing it for a practical reason, just so he can, you know, but really he's doing it so he can escape and show up at the final fight and add something to it. But this was really, really excellent. There's some kind of, I don't know, life lessons here. Simple stuff, you know, not giving up. The next generation's going to take over and be the legacy for the current or older generation. And then sometimes it's just completely off the wall. It's Frank Castle with his limbs cut off, crawling into a mech and just absolutely destroying all these goons. And you know, he's just absolutely, it's been too long. But there's it's really great stuff. I absolutely I mean, look at that. Please look at the screen. Come on. And Bullseye is just really enjoying the whole over-the-top aspect of being a superhero, being a supervillain. He kind of makes the point that there's something glorious even with the supervillains, just that their plans, their plots, their goals were so dramatic, operatic. So yes, in some ways this is pretty cliche. In other ways, that's the point, that this is a dance, and a dance requires dancers, but also an audience. Really, really excellent stuff. I'm not crazy. I'm fine if we never see an old man, whatever. They need to start doing old lady, but the women just never die. It's just Black Widow at the age of like 98. It's like, god damn, are you ever gonna die? I swear, like, this is one thing I've noticed. Like, women in Western countries are becoming demi-immortal. Like, they can just not take care of themselves their entire life, and then when they're 60, just, oh, here's Mounjaro. So you get another 50 years of life. Like, what the hell, dude? Um, but anyway, do people really want to live to be 100? I don't know. I think there's a sweet spot in there. I think it's somewhere in the 80s. Like, if you are lucky with your health and you take care of yourself, you can still kind of be doing stuff until your early 80s. Then shit just falls apart, and then just, I don't know. I think heart attacks are cool. They're very dramatic, you know. It's just a nice, quick ending. Or not. But anyway, some awesome action. This was just really super cool. I loved it. Anyway, thanks for watching.